Hey everybody, my name is Cheyenne and I am attempting an Appalachian Trail through hike in starting in February 2023 with my sister-in-law Laura. I figured I would jump on here. I'm sure my family's gonna have a lot of questions about what are you going to eat. My mom just this morning offered some of her hydro flasks for me to take with, some big old ones. I'm like, no thank you. Those are kind of heavy, but thanks, Mom. I'm like, I'm good. I have a really lightweight plastic water bottle. And she's like, okay. Like, it'll save me about a pound. Anyways, so I figured I'd jump on and kind of explain what I expect to eat on trail. Obviously, I don't expect to find all of this stuff at the stores that we have available to us. So I understand that this is what I'll be starting with and the kind of things I will be looking for in stores. And obviously that'll ebb and flow with the availability in the locales that the trail towns that we go to. So I do understand all that. Oh no! So let's start with breakfast. So the first thing, I really like having a hot meal for breakfast, but I realized on our first backpacking trip that that wasn't really going to happen all that often. It's kind of hard to do, especially in bad weather when everybody's trying to crowd into the shelter. It's just not a fun time trying to cook a hot meal. I would love to have the option for hot meals, but I know that's not, I don't want to plan for that to be my only meal options. So we'll get to what some of my options are going to be. But one of my first options is going to be what is essentially a egg scramble from any dehydrated meal, really. I think this is from Mountain House. It's got, I think, the sausage pieces and some peppers in it. What I like to do is I'll buy one, and then since it's 2 servings, I'll split the eggs in half. Half goes in one freezer baggie, half goes in another, and then I take some instant grits. I love me some grits. Grits, baby. They also come in the little packets like the oatmeal, spoiler alert, but I really like grits, so I figured I'd just buy the whole box. So then I put probably like a cup of grits in with the eggs, and then I also added, there's freeze-dried hash browns that you can get. I forgot the brand, I think Hungry Jack. They normally come in like one of those like old school milk cartons, cardboard, but it's not milk, it's dried hash browns. I like to add those into here as well. I'm sure you could also do instant potatoes. I just like the texture of hash browns. But that cuts like an $8 to $10 freeze-dried egg breakfast meal into, I can split it. Like I don't need a whole bag of eggs for breakfast, but give me some potatoes and grits and beautiful. So this is one of my warm options that I really like having. And Walmart normally has the hash browns. I feel like Dollar General typically does as well. Another hot option I plan on bringing is packets of oatmeal. One packet is not enough for me for breakfast. Sorry, my head's leaving the screen. I got a new phone, I have to figure it out. One packet is not enough for me for breakfast. I'm gonna be hungry in like an hour. I already know that from working out in the field. If I'm doing heavy stuff, I'm gonna be starving. I'm gonna be hungry. So what I am planning on doing, oh, I forgot to add, rewind. The other thing I like to add is I have some of the Nido like protein milk, dry whole milk with added vitamins and minerals. I like adding this to anything and everything that I can. It adds a little bit of creaminess, and also it just adds some extra calories and some vitamins, a little bit. So I also like to add a little bit of this to my eggs. Again, it just adds some creaminess. I'll also use it for other things. I'll talk about that in a minute. So with the oatmeal, I would normally probably at least eat 2 of these, at least for a first off breakfast. I actually bought one of the containers of just the regular oats. It's the same thing. It's still quick oats. It's just not flavored. Now, there's a lot of sugar and flavoring in here, and that's great, but it kind of makes me feel like I'm just eating dessert for breakfast. So to cut into that a little bit, I'm going to, at least starting off, I'm going to use 1 packet of the flavored stuff and cut it with this. And I think the bigger packages are a little cheaper anyways, because you're buying in bulk. I'll probably at some point just adjust to using this and just add stuff in Nido milk. Add a little bit of Nido milk in it. I might add some of my freeze-dried strawberries or nuts from like a trail mix. I do have some, they're kind of just for snacks, but also, you know, to add into meals. Again, that's because I have it at home. So I'm sure I can find a small little trail mix bag of nuts that I can add in my oatmeal. And if not, I'll have my handy dandy peanut butter. I love adding peanut butter into oatmeal. That's something somebody did in the field. We're on a camping project, and it was a long day of survey, literally just starving. But they put some peanut butter in their oatmeal, and let me tell you, when I tried it, whew, it's fantastic. I died and went to heaven. So that will be probably my go-to when I have oatmeal to beef it up. So that's my second hot option for breakfast. What I'm planning on using the most is, I really like the Cascade Farms granolas, especially like the vanilla and the chocolate ones. I have some left over in a little jar right now. It's got like almond slivers, but these are really good. I really enjoy them. So I figure I'm going to put some of this in a freezer bag, add in a cup worth of Nido, whatever I need to get, like 2 cups of milk out of it, whatever. And then when I'm ready to eat in the morning, I'll just add my water, shake it up, and that'll be that. Other things I might use instead of the Nido is I have some Carnation breakfast essentials. I believe this is, yeah, French vanilla flavor. I'll probably just add that in. I'll probably add that in with my oatmeal, just because I have them and they're nutritional. So that is pretty much my breakfast options. Lunch, we're gonna kind of figure out as we go. It'll probably be an amalgam of extra breakfast meals, maybe a hot one that I didn't eat, or a ramen, or just any of the meals I have. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure I'm going to start off by bringing some maybe bagel thins. I know tortillas, well, actually I don't know if tortillas are lighter, but I'm not a huge fan of tortillas when they're not like hot and filled with delicious Tex-Mex food. So I'll probably go for some sort of bagel thin, Hawaiian roll bread, something yummy. I want to enjoy what I'm eating, otherwise it's gonna be miserable out there. So other than that, I also like tuna packets. I'm a big fan of tuna, especially the sun-dried tomato and the lemon pepper. I eat these in the field a lot. They're already flavored, so I don't necessarily feel like I have to add the mayonnaise in like I normally do. So this will be a go-to. I might do Uncrustable PB&Js or just make my own on trail, especially when it's cold. I've read that it's okay to carry, you know, jelly when it's not refrigerated, but honestly, if the temps are as low as we're expecting, then they're gonna be refrigerated even if it's in my backpack. So for lunch, could be any number of things: an extra breakfast, cold or hot, an extra lunch, an extra dinner, something. I really like cheese, so I'll probably pack out cheese and maybe pepperoni and throw that on my bread and make a sandwich. PB&J sandwiches, anything, tuna sandwiches, whatever. That's probably gonna be my lunch. For snacks, I'm gonna be starting with these granola bars. They're just generic Kroger brands, but they're really yummy. They're not too hard when it's cold. Like when it's 15 degrees out, they don't freeze to where you can't bite them. But they're not so mushy that like they break and fall apart like cake. So I really like those. I'll be bringing them. Again, I'll have like cheese sticks for snacks. I'll have some beef jerky to start with. I'm sure I'll probably pack out like jalapeno cheddar Cheetos because those are my guilty pleasure. I bought a few of these Justin peanut butter things to try. I don't know, is the hand trick gonna work? No, because I have it in cinematic mode. There you go. Well, you almost saw it, but it's hazelnut and almond butter with chocolate. I bought a few of those. I've never had them before, but it's got 4 grams of protein. I feel like that'll be a good snack. Maybe I'll feel like I'm eating frosting. I love eating frosting, so maybe that's my dessert. I don't know. Or I break down somewhere around Virginia and I just start packing out a canister of frosting. It be what it be. So other than that, let's see. Another thing I'm going to be bringing is liquid IV hydration multiplier. I use these for field work when I tend to really not be drinking enough water, and they really help. So I'm gonna try not to drink one every day because they're not the cheapest thing in the world, but they've definitely saved me from like some dehydration migraines in the past. So I'm definitely going to carry enough with. It just really helps. I'm sure I could go back to Gatorade, and I might at some point when I don't want to spend the money, but otherwise, I really like the passion fruit flavor. So I'm gonna be bringing some liquid IVs. And then, let's see. I've been, like I said in a previous video, I don't remember which one, I am currently weaning myself off coffee. I am the person that will drink an entire pot, a full pot, a day, and I enjoy it. I really do. I love coffee. I love just having coffee, you know, like sitting, watching the dogs play, just having a calm, relaxing morning, drinking my Java. I am weaning myself off because, and I'm glad I did, because for the first week of no coffee, I had the worst migraines. I'm doing a lot better. I'm drinking a lot more water, but oh my gosh. So I think I'm gonna try and keep coffee to be like my trail town treats. I'm gonna go have a nice cup of coffee with some like heavy cream in it. But that might change on trail. I don't love instant coffees. Again, it's kind of just about the experience of drinking a nice, well-made cup of coffee, and I can't really do that on trail. So I think we're just gonna limit our coffee intake and let that be a trail town thing. Sad. Anyways, okay, so on to dinners. What I'm planning on doing for dinners are North sides. I like the Alfredo, the broccoli cheddar, and the stroganoff a lot, so I'm going to bring some of those. I don't have one now because I ate it at work the other day, but I do like the Mountain House lasagna. It was really good. I was surprised at how good it was. It's like the single most delicious rehydrated meal I've had, and I've tried a few at this point. Like it was worth the money, so I'll probably keep like one of those on me. But otherwise I'll probably do Nor sides. I also like the Spanish rice one, but it is a little bit super flavorful for me, and not like it doesn't taste bad. It's just there's a lot of stuff in these. It doesn't necessarily taste like a great bowl of well-seasoned Spanish rice, you know, like it kind of just tastes like packaged seasoned rice, and it's not bad, but it's just a lot. So I have some regular minute rice, brown rice, that I'm probably gonna cut with some of these. These do come in smaller packages. This is just what I got. And again, I'm traveling with a trail partner, so whatever I don't eat, she'll probably take. Whatever she doesn't eat, I'll take. We'll probably switch stuff off, so we're not buying the same thing and leaving extras, excuse me, and leaving extras of everything. So like, I'm going to buy one of these packets, split half and half into a freezer bag, and then add that amount of brown rice to it. I feel like that will be good if it doesn't continue that way. I just feel like there's a lot of flavor in these that I don't feel great when I eat them all the time. I do like mac and cheese. I might be that person that brings those little Velveeta packets because I can't stand powdered mac and cheese. It's just one of my quirks, I guess. Quirks? It's just one of my quirks, yeah. Words are hard today. But anyways, so I also might just do some like Velveeta, add into the broccoli cheddar. I don't know. Again, I want things to taste good. I don't want to, I've been on a week-long camping survey where the food I brought was not sufficient and where it tasted bad, and it was a bad time. It was not fun with all the heavy work. The last thing I want to do is not enjoy my food and feel bad. So we're gonna try and combat that. Another thing I bought is instant refried beans. They are dried. So I also figured I would take a baggie of brown rice, a couple baggies of brown rice, add in some refried beans, which they are at Walmart. I don't know if you'll find them at every Walmart. That's gonna be one of those things I'm starting off with as a luxury. We'll see how often I find it. It's just gonna be one of those things. Another thing I found, which I feel like is gonna make a really nice meal, is it's plant-based meat, ground taco flavored. I am not necessarily vegetarian, but I do most of the time like the vegetarian options for meat. So I picked this up. It's freeze-dried, not freeze-dried. Actually, I don't know what kind of dried it is. I just know I add water and it's cooked. So I figured for a nice treat, I'll have brown rice, refried beans, and taco meat for a little nacho night. Maybe I can pick up a little snack-sized bag of Doritos, nacho cheese. And I feel like that'll be a yummy meal. And when my husband comes to visit on trail, he can bring me extras, yada, 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 do like a little flyby, resupply, that kind of thing. But that's pretty much my plan for food. Similar items, I'll probably pack 1 or 2 dehydrated type meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just to have something that I know is good. Otherwise, I'm gonna be sticking to Northsides, granola breakfast, that kind of thing, and just playing around with what fresh stuff I can pack out and eat. So I'll probably try and pack out like an apple or a banana, an avocado every now and then, just to have something real. Anyways, this is a long video. Thanks for watching. Feel free to hit the bell and ring the button and do the subscribey thing, whatever. Anyways, hi, bye.